What's poppin', homies? How y'all doing today? Happy Sunday. So you already know who it is. It's your favorite homegirl, gospel girl, coming in with a review for the Aaron Hernandez docu-series. I'm not going to talk about every point of the documentary because I felt like some things were not important enough. Um, to me, in the beginning of the docu-series, it was at a snail's pace, but they was trying to give you the backstory. I understand, because they were trying to give you the backstory of Aaron Hernandez so we can get to know him as a person and leading up to why he did the things that he did. Okay, so it seemed like things got rough for him after his father had passed away, and when he was at the college, when he was playing for the Gators. Um, and when he got drafted into the NFL, it was like he was untouchable. You know, he was that guy, that dude, because he was getting them touchdowns. He was a tight end, but he was making those touchdowns. He was to me he was a star of the football team for the Patriots. This documentary gave me a better insight with the NFL. You know, because they will do anything for their players. They will look out for their players. I didn't see the purpose of him having a private apartment, but he did, and I feel like as a guy that has a fiance and a child, they don't need their own private anything. You got a mansion. You go be with your family at home. You had a man cave downstairs. So whatever you could have done, you could have did it downstairs in your man cave or whatever. To me, Aaron Hernandez has always had this look in his face. If you looked at the docuseries, if you saw it, and you just looked at his pictures and his face, he always looked like he's battling something in his brain, like he's fighting with a lot in his brain. And it comes out as he was living a double life. I felt like Netflix, they spent too much time on his sexuality. Yes, maybe his sexuality played a part in that, but what made him turn out to be a killer? That's the whole thing. And my questions that I have is, why did he kill Odin? Like, we didn't get an answer for that. We didn't get an answer because the only people who know why they killed Odin and Aaron. Why did he kill Odin Lloyd? And the thing about it is, the reason why I said something must have been going on, because Owen texted his sister and said, "You know who I'm with?" And she said, "NFL." NFL, that's Aaron Hernandez. So something must have happened between these two. Odin must have known something about Aaron, and he didn't want to get out, or he didn't want to hold it over his head or anything. So the best way to get rid of that is to get rid of Odin. But I want to know what it was. I want to know what it was that he knew about Aaron that Aaron didn't want to get out. So, but they didn't give us any answers on that. Um, Alexander Bradley. He was another dude that Aaron was running with, and he was there when Aaron supposedly had shot the other two guys. Um, but Aaron did shoot Bradley right in between the face. As you can see how his face is messed up because his eyes are displaced. And I was wondering, like, why he didn't tell that Aaron shot him. And it clicked. Well, he didn't tell that Aaron shot him because I believe that Alexander was going to get Aaron himself. He wanted he wanted Aaron himself. Alexander Bradley wanted Aaron himself, and he was going to get him. He was going to kill him himself because you had the nerve, and his mind was like, "You did this to me." And that's why he made the phone call to Aaron to let him know that he wasn't dead. Because Aaron was like, "Well, who is this?" He said, "You know who this is." Aaron thought he in Aaron's mind, he thought he killed them. So when he made that phone call and was like, "What's up?" And Aaron was like, "Well, who is this?" He was like, "You know who this is." Right then and there, as he knew when he survived this, he's going to get Aaron. But it didn't work out like that because Aaron was convicted of Odin's death. the murder of Odin, and he hung himself in jail. He was on a life sentence with no parole. He left his weight on his fiance. His daughter has no father, which is sad. And which also is sad is that the sisters Shayana and Shania have a very estranged relationship, because Shania was Odin's girlfriend and Shayana was Aaron's fiance, and they had a child. And they were sitting across from each other on different sides. And that has to be a strain within itself, because that family dynamic between sisters will never be the same. I think it was a good documentary. Like I said, I wonder why they brought out his sexuality struggles. To me, that wasn't important, but the most important thing was was Owen Lloyd's death. You know, we want to know why he did what he did, and we didn't get I didn't get no answers for that. I also feel bad for the mom, Oda's mother, because she had to sit through that. And when she got on the stand, the judge had the nerve to tell her she can't show emotion because it will conflict with the ruling of the case. And how can you tell somebody that? Like, that's her child. You showing pictures to her of her child dead. That's a fight within itself. And she was strong because she got through it. But I don't think I would have made it through. I don't think I would have made it through. Tanya Singleton was Aaron's favorite cousin. I mean, he treated her as if their relationship was like beyond. And let me tell you something. She was there. That was loyalty. She was loyal to him. She didn't tell nothing they asked. It was just like, show it to myself. I'm not gonna take the stand and go against him. And she didn't. And she was fighting with breast cancer, and then come to find out she had some other stuff going on with her liver and her chest. So she was battling a bad sickness. And I knew that when she was to pass away, he was gonna crack. There was no way he wasn't gonna break. You know, his father that already passed away. Him and his mother relationship is garbage. And his fiance is trying to hold on for the both of them, be there for him and the daughter in her life, be there. I mean, it was just a deep. It was really deep. It was really deep how everything had to play out. But it also gave me a better understanding of the NFL. Why would they give him a secret place to live? They know he had a fiance and child, you know, at home. Like, you got a mansion, you live in a mansion. What do you need your secret space for? But it is what it is. And also, when he was talking on the phone, he was like, they banned that drug that it was given to the players, but every game they gave it to him. Every game they gave it to him. Wow. So you want to make sure he played. He didn't cost that game. He didn't cost the team nothing. They wanted to make sure he played to his best potential. Because he was a star of the team. So I remember this case when it happened, but at that time I didn't really get into it. I remember it happened. I remember it in the papers, but now seeing it, and it's like, okay, this is what really happened. Wow. And how do you get K2 inside of jail? Is it synthetic weed? How do you get that stuff in there? Like, who's bringing it in? You know? But he ended up taking his life in prison, which I kind of knew he was going to do that. I kind of figured he was going to do that. But at one point of the docu-series, they try to blame it as if CTE, which is brain damage, you know, they try to make it seem as if that was the cause of his behavior. And no, he had weird behavior before all of this. Like, we don't know how long the brain damage was, but he had some other mental issues going on. Because like I said, you could look at him. He just has no remorse in his eyes at all. Even when he smiled, it just seemed like it's coming off kind of weird. You know what I mean? He looks weird smiling. That's just my observation. I don't know if you guys agree, but he just looked like he was dealing with some serious issues in his head. And not with the men's sexuality. I'm not talking about that. He probably was dealing with that as well. But how do you go and play a full-out game knowing you did all these bad things? It was like, at one point I felt like he thought he was invincible, untouchable. He could do whatever he wanted to do. He had money, he had the friends that he needed to get things done. He was just a NFL. He was a beast on the field now. He was a beast on the field. But he wasn't the NFL player. Is like, why would he need to live that lifestyle? Like, for what? Whatever he had issues with Odin Lloyd with, I feel like they could have spoke about that. They could have talked about it and cleared the air. He didn't have to kill him. He didn't have to kill him. And the two guys that he murdered, I feel like he did murder those two guys. And he didn't have to kill them either, but he just had some type of anger inside of him. As soon as you rub him the wrong way, look what he did to Alexander Bradley. Look what he did to his friend Odin. Come on. He just had some really, really dark mental issues that contribute to that. And he was also fighting with his demons. Well, okay, that's about it. I don't want to get in too much with the sisters. I might do a video about the sisters' relationship another time, like tomorrow probably, because this was just too much. And plus today is Sunday, so I'm going to take the rest of the day and, be with my family and do things around the house. It is date night with me and hubby tonight. So you guys have a great day. Enjoy your Sunday, and I will talk to you on Monday. Peace.